Hi all, how you doing? I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So today I'm going to have a look at this Solcex centralized exchange based on the Solana blockchain. That's what it pertains to be anyway. Now the reason why I'm looking at this is because another YouTuber who I'm friends with put it on their site thinking it was a legit project and then took it down after I sort of said, might be a bit dubious, might be a bit dodgy this. So he decided after I talked with him for a while that and then he had a look at things as well that maybe this isn't kosher. So let's have a look at the things. Let's look at the things for and again. So I'm not going to go too much in detail on this. There's a guy here doing a YouTube video, doing a video for them, and he doesn't introduce himself as the CEO or anything like that. So I guess he's just some sort of paid actor, but he doesn't, they don't say anything about it anyway. It just seems a little bit strange to me. Um, anyway, you go through the thing. It's just a normal exchange. They say it's on Dex Screener, it's on Dex Tools, and it's on Coin Market Cap. Okay, so if we open it up on what have I done now? Yeah, so it's on Coin Market Cap. Yeah, you can see it's down 12% today. If you look at the graph, you can see flat line and then pretty much a big run up and then a bit of a sell off. Okay, so who knows? But if you've got in it a month ago, then you'd be up nearly 500%. So I guess on those terms, if you got in a month ago, you'd be doing pretty well. It's also got, so another positive thing here, it's got a poloniex, which is an exchange. It's not a great exchange, it's a pretty small exchange. And people sort of say it's a bit of a dubious, has a bit of a dubious nature about it. It doesn't list great coins. Okay, so that isn't really a massive plus for it, but it is listed on there, I guess. Now if you go to Jupiter Swap and you type in Solcex, okay, so it comes up, um, and you'll notice there's quite a few other Solcexes. So that's the genuine one. If you go to if you go to Coin Market Cap, you'll see the AMJ token address. Okay, so these others aren't the right ones. So that's the genuine one, and these are all scam tokens, I guess. So somebody was asking, how do you tell the difference? Okay, so a lot of these will have like this exclamation mark against them. So these are potentially most likely dodgy. Okay. Sometimes these can be legit tokens, but they'll have this exclamation mark against them because maybe the coding isn't right or something like that. Jupiter doesn't agree with whatever it is that it's coded a certain way. So Jupiter basically approved this because there's no exclamation mark against it. So they've kind of approved it. So I can understand this is the reason why my fellow YouTuber kind of said, "Oh, this must be an okay coin because it's got an approval by Jupiter." But Jupiter just approved things if it's got, if it's right coded and other things behind it as well. So it can't tell if something's a scam or not. All right. So just be careful on Jupiter thinking, all right, Jupiter says this is okay, therefore it must be a legit project. So just be careful of that. Okay, so yeah, so if you have a look at the contract you got here down the bottom, AMJ, okay, down the bottom here, AMG. So this is how you sort of check to see if a token is kind of the right token you want to buy on Jupiter. So you just look on Coin Market Cap and then see this AMJ, and you can see the AMJ, and all these are all different. So absolutely avoid these. Personally, I'd avoid this one as well, but that's another story, okay, that which we're telling now. Now, if you go to Solcex, the Twitter account, you can see here it's got poloniex listing as well. So they've got a listing. So another kind of positive to say about that. Now, if you do searches, so what I think, so this is where to me it goes downhill. So the positive things, it's on Coin Market Cap, it's on Jupiter, it's on poloniex exchange. I don't know if you say that properly, but if you do a search for Solcex, against, say, Solana. So Solana account, they don't mention it. So if you go down all the tweets, so I've gone through all of this. And Solana doesn't say, "Oh, we've got a new Solana exchange, central exchange coming out." Now, if there was a legit project that Solana were behind, Solana Labs were behind, they would be tweeting about it, but they're not. Okay, so that they're not tweeting about it, which seems to me pretty strange. Another guy, get rid of this. So see if I can find the thing. Oh, no, I can't remember the name now. So I've forgotten his name. Yevchenko, the other guy who's the CEO of Solana Labs. If you do a search for Solcex and his name, which I can't remember quite right now, his Twitter account. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, there we go. So Toly, okay, Anatoly Yavchenko. I think I've butchered his name. So if you do a search, so if you do Solcex and do a search, okay, so you get all these other people saying stuff, okay, and putting his name to it. But he doesn't actually, if you go through all of this, he won't, he hasn't tweeted anything about this project. So again, surely he would tweet about this project if it's on his chain and it's a big deal. Surely he would have mentioned it because they mention other projects, but they haven't mentioned this. So yeah, so have a look yourself, but I couldn't find it. Somebody said there was he retweeted something on March the 31st, but if he had, surely it would have come up. I mean, maybe he's deleted it since because he's decided that it's not to be trusted. Okay, but he's unlikely. These are the sort of people who are unlikely to come out and say such and such is a scam or anything like that. Um, Now, if you go again to the Twitter and look down, so this is on the very first tweet from Solcex, or the pinned tweet, should I say? If you have a look down, um, possible scam or rug. I'm blocked on the group just because ask about the market cap. 1.7 million and 92K of liquidity. Ridiculous. Be careful with these possible scammers. And this person's put in, not trust. Look to their other projects, Sol Cloud, Sol Call, Sol Market. All this project never launched, but all lost their money. Stay safe and don't trust this one. So if you look at something like, let's have a look at Sol Cloud. Sol Cloud. So Sol Cloud, I presume it's this one. So again, looks very similar kind of graphics to the other one. Uh, so obviously owning data and putting it up in the cloud. If you have a look here, coming soon, download on this App Store, Google Play. So there's nothing there. There's no link to that. You can't get it on Google Play or App Store. So that's a bit shaky. Why would you bother putting it on your website? If you don't, in my opinion, you'd only put it on there once you'd got it on there. You wouldn't put coming soon and put these two buttons on there. I wouldn't bother putting it there at all. Okay, and there's other things as well. So on this exchange, there's like Solbook as well. Solbook. Solbook coin. It's not on there, but yeah, it's on Twitter. Solbook. So another sort of project. This is getting listed on their exchange. So it looks like a project that they've sort of created as well. Solbook.io, and they've also put Toly's Twitter connection with it. Okay, trying to associate with them. But again, if you do a search for Anatoly, okay, so co-founder of Solana Labs, award-winning phone creator, okay, 372 100,000 followers. He doesn't mention Solbook. He doesn't mention Solcex or anything like that. So that to me is really strange. Okay. So they've got some positive things. And again, they've got some red flags. Solana aren't mentioning these projects. Toly isn't mentioning these projects. Got an affiliate program. Nothing wrong in that. So if you have a look at the white paper, okay, they don't mention who they are. Now, if this is a centralized exchange, most exchanges like Binance, like Coinbase, um, all the top exchanges, they'll have CEOs, but you don't know who's behind this project. If it was a decentralized exchange, you could kind of understand it, but surely a centralized exchange would have a CEO and put their name to it, but you don't know who's in charge of this. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not saying it's an outright scam, but just very strange in my opinion. Some of the stuff that's going on, people getting banned from Telegram just asking basic questions. I think somebody else asked about their anti-money laundering um, procedures, and then they got banned. I mean, it seems like a legitimate question to ask a centralized exchange. What things have you got in place to stop money laundering? Um, we've seen like Binance and all these other exchanges get done for money laundering and stuff. They should have certain things in place. They shouldn't be banning people for asking basic business questions anyway. So I would just be very wary of Solcex and some of these other things like Solbook. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you think. If you've invested in these things, have you got any other extra proof to say it's a scam? What do you think of poloniex and that kind of thing? If you got any other information on, say, Jup Exchange, how you get a listing on Jup, how they get it through the processes and that kind of things, and let me know about that. I'd be interested in that. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day, everybody. Thanks for listening.